For explaining how objects are passed, I have taken an example program here, a very simple program. The objective is to understand how objects are passed as parameters. So let me explain you the code here. I have a main method, right? This is the signature of a main method, public static void main, everything as it is. Then I have an array A having values 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will draw that array here. I will draw that array. So this is an array and this is holding this object containing the values 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Indices are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know very well that this will be inside heap and this reference will be created inside the stack because this is inside a method. So as it is inside the method, it will be created inside stack. That object is in heap. Now let us see. I am calling a method update and I am passing array. This is the method. So let us first look at this method. What this method is doing? Static, because this main method is static, so it should be able to call this one, so I made it as static. Return, it's not returning anything, method name is update. Then it is taking array as a parameter. So this is how you can pass array as a parameter, right? So int a, and you have to use square brackets here and it should be empty, right? It should be empty. So this is a reference. Now one more thing I have to tell you. What is the name here? A. This is main method. What is the name here? A. And this is update method. Yes, this is allowed. These are two different methods, so they can have same variable names. It's not a problem. It's not an error. Then what it is doing? It is modifying a of 0 to 25. The first element in an array is updated to new value, that is 25. I'm not updating many values, just one value. I want to show you how objects are handled. Now let us see the working. Let us start. Main method. Main method. A array is created. Already I have created this one. So this is an array object. This A is a reference. It's holding the address of this array, right? Next, update is called. Update method. So this A goes there. So what is this? Reference. What is this? Reference. So a reference is created here. Reference is also a variable, right? Which can hold the objects. So that is also variable. Just that one. Array is not created. New is not there, right? Array is not created. Then what is copied from here to there? So as I said that this is the actual parameter, right? The content inside the actual parameter, the content of this one will be copied here. So what it is having? It's having the address of this array. So what this will get? It will also get the address of that same array. So now that formal parameter is holding the same array object. It's holding the same array object. That array object is actually created inside main method. So that update method is accessing the object created by main method. So this will be the difference. See, the method is same. I already told you that the content inside actual parameter will be copied in formal parameter. The contents of actual parameters are copied in formal parameter. What was the content? It was the address of the object. So what is this content? Address of the same object. For example, suppose this is the value 1000. That is the address of this one. So what it is having? Value 1000. That is the address of this one. So now it is also pointing on the same object. Now inside this, if it says a of 0 assigned 25, then a of 0 assigned 25, this value becomes 25. It's no more 2 now. It's 25. Then the method ends. Control come back. Once the method end, control come back to this one. And once the control came here, the next line is what? Print a of 0. So what is a of 0 here? So that method is gone. Forget this. This is gone because the method has finished. This is no more there inside the memory. Now back it is running. This main method is running. So a of 0 means a of 0. What is the value? 25. So this will print value 25. That's it. So who made it 25? Actually we wrote here 2. Who made it? That method has made it. When the objects are passed as parameter, so the object itself is not passed, its reference is passed. And if a method is modifying the object, the actual object will be modified. Actual object will be modified, which is there in heap, and that object will be modified. So this is the difference between passing basic data members like integer, float, double character, simple variables that are primitives, or passing objects like array or a string or anything. String cannot be modified, it's immutable, so I have not taken the example of string here. So you have seen how array object is modified by that method. So that's all about parameter passing. Now next thing we will learn how a object can be returned by a method, what could be the different return type of a method. So here I have two examples to give you the idea about a return type of a method. See, already we have seen this example, that is maximum. The return type was integer. So it can be integer or float or double, any data type you can take. So you can return a value of any of the data types of Java. If a method doesn't return anything, we can use void as a return type. This we have already seen in update methods. Just now we have seen update method where I was updating the value of an array. So that void you can use there. If it is not returning anything, then there should not be any return statement in the method. Now next, you can even return objects. So we have not seen various classes. We will come across various type of classes and objects. So if a method is returning an object, then it can have its return type as an object. So I have given an example here for string. See, this is the method name and this is the parameter which is taking a string, and it is also returning a string. So return type can be an object also. Even it can be an array object also. Remember this. And you know very well that objects are created in heap. So whoever is calling this method can use that object easily. Now here I have just given one example to find out a username from the email ID. So for this I should know the index of @ and whatever the letters or characters are there before alphabet @ that is from 0 to less than alphabet, right? That is @ alphabet. Before that everything is username. So that same logic I have written here, procedure. So this is the parameter, that is email address is given. So find out the index of this one in variable a, then find substring from 0 to a, that is index of this one. See, in substring, whatever the last index we are giving, it will take the string up to one character less of that one, right? At that point it will stop. So at this index it will stop. So a contains the index of @. So 0 to @. Then that substring is name and I'm returning. So it's a return type is a string. So that's all about methods. We have already written few programs using conditional statements and switch cases, right, and the loops. So you can easily convert them into methods. You can write them as method. Those programs you can convert them as method. I'll be giving them as coding exercise and some I will show you as a demo. And after the coding exercise, you will also find a video related to coding exercise. If you face any difficulty in completing the coding exercise, you can watch that video for help. So that's all about the method. In the next video, we will see method overloading and variable arguments.